It's amazing who you bump into in the practice room. Terry Griffiths, who works with Mark Allen. Well, so far, so good, Terry.
Yes, he's playing quite well. He played well, obviously, yesterday in the semi-final, so it's been an easy few days for me.
Now, is he easy to work with, Mark?
Yes, I've been with him a long time. We're very comfortable with each other, you know, despite the age gap, and I think he looks at me as his grandfather or something, I don't know. No, he's very easy. He's very sharp, you know, in his knowledge of the game, which surprised me early on when I you know, started coaching him. He's very aware of things that happen out there, even under pressure, which makes it easier for me. So in the intervals, you know, when there's an interval like today, I sat down, talked about a few shots with him, like which he likes to do, that's gone on in the first 4 frames.
I mean, most people would like to know that, I see. That's one of those things. There's no cameras in it, obviously. You know, it's what do you say at the interval? Is it all to do with what's happened there, or is it just people letting off steam? Or?
Well, it all depends what the situation is. I mean, it's been, like I said, the last few days, he was 3-1 in front against Ricky Walden. So that wasn't a bad interval. Then I spoke to him before he went on the night about how we felt with the afternoon. Then he went 7-5 in front. Then he was 3-1 in front. So it's easier, but I mean, it's not always like that, as you know. So for me, I've got very little time to make a decision how I'm going to address the position that Mark is in or any player I'm with at the time.
Now, what about today? Because obviously this is the biggest match of his snookering career. How did you approach today with him?
Very well, starting off, I mean, we come in for practice, he has a knockabout. I mean, I make him fully aware of the size of the occasion, you know, how great it is for him to be in his first major final, and what it means when he goes out there that's wonderful reception. And he's got a very good opponent today, which suits, I think they suit each other. They're both pretty open players. And we talk with those. It's an inspiration a little bit, just to get him off his chair, not to, you know.
How about you? Are you coping? Are you a good watcher?
Yeah, I'm okay watching. I mean, it's sometimes I find it difficult, and then I'll go for a walk. But I mean, most of the time I'm okay. And today I've enjoyed it very much because they're two great players.
Well, you can always pop in here for a cup of tea. Thanks very much.
Yes, one of the game's great coaches now, Terry Griffiths, and he was an unbelievable safety player, Terry Griffiths. And some of Mark Allen's safety today has been top draw. And that has certainly been the difference between the two matches, as we see Judd once again play with a lot of bottom. He tends to play every one of those long pots with stun. Doesn't like to run anything in. I think on reflection of what we've seen so far, Mark Allen perhaps deserved to win that last frame as well. OK, it was a break of 52, but he forced the opening, but missed the red in the middle.
Yeah, I mentioned the run of the ball in the previous frame that was favouring Mark Allen, but that last shot that Judd Trump played just shows you that it's his turn maybe to have a little bit run of the ball, because he could quite easily have left that red for the middle pocket.
One.
That's a good opener from Judd.
Over.
Well, the black was tied up, as you could see, and he took this chance immediately to bring the pink and a few reds into play. And he didn't take long about making his mind up what he was going to play there. Well judged again.
You just mentioned the run. When things are going bad for you, you end up kind of have no shot. But he's brought the pink into play now. He'll get rid of the yellow at some stage very quickly to get that out of the way. And this very, very quickly is a chance to level at 3-3. And a few moments ago, we were thinking he might go 4-1 behind.
11.
It's an amazing talent, this young man. He can turn things around in a blink of an eye.
12.
And I think what he's proving, he's got a superb temperament. I don't think there's anything seems to faze this young man. He kept his cool. He showed that against Ronnie O'Sullivan, winning a deciding frame. He's terrific to watch. Well, they both are, but this fella's exceptional.
When you think, Dennis, in his first round match, he'd virtually given up against Dominic Dale. He was 4-2 behind and was slashing at the balls, and apart from an outrageous fluke on the pink when he was 4-2 behind, when he'd virtually given up, he might not have even been here.
Yeah, it was nice to see that little compilation of flukes at the mid-session interval. Had it shown flukes back in the 80s, you wouldn't have been featured, Willie, because you never got a fluke, did you?
Never had a fluke in my life.
20.
Still think you should play safe after a fluke.
21.
Always let that run a bit too far. He wanted the angle to go back into the reds again. And I'm just looking to see if there's a possible red. He's on the blue, but look at the red. He's left himself. He's looked this one to the right of the bunch, and he's going to have to use the rest, and he's going to scatter the
26.
reds.
Trump, 26.
Yes, he tried to pinch the pocket a little bit with the blue there as we see this shot. Okay, I don't blame him at all for taking this on because he's made the opening, but the shot previous, when he hit the blue 100 miles an hour, he was just literally trying to get it 2 inches further to the left. And because he put it into the centre of the pocket, that didn't happen, and that made that shot with the rest difficult.
Well, it's only going to cost him 1 point, that risky shot with the rest. Mark hasn't finished very nicely here. Could take a pot in the blue on, miss the yellow, but yeah, that was a tough shot as well. How's your luck?
Mark Allen 1.
I'm not sure if he can get past the black and red to cut the one near the pocket in. Maybe he can.
One.
We know the two reds nearest the pink spot will both pot into the right-hand corner, so not a lot to do with the cue ball here. Just come a little bit too far. He would like to have been straight on that, so he could have got the blue out of the way. He might still play for the, well, he can play for the blue or pink off the red, but depends which will avail better position.
Six.
Yeah, far from straightforward just yet. He's got a healthy 31-point advantage, though.
It was interesting.